The only chicken noodle soup you need. You are going to love today's recipe because it's super simple and everyone has to make it, whether you're sick or it's a chilly day. Chicken noodle soup just hits the spot, and we're going to show you how easy to make, how simple it is to make in one pot. Hi, I'm Carrie with eatingonadime.com, and we're on a mission to help families eat well on a budget. And one of our specialties is we like to make recipes extremely easy. So we are making homemade chicken noodle soup even easier. Everything cooks in one pot, which means you only have one cleanup. You can find the full recipe linked in the description, or you can go to our free website, eatingonadime.com, and you can search for it. Or if you're feeling extra lazy, just go to Google and type in "eating on a dime chicken noodle soup" and it will pull right up. There are lots of ways for you to be able to find this recipe because you're going to want to save it. Okay, so the very first thing we do is we're going to get a large stock pot or just a regular stock pot so we can make this recipe. So your pan doesn't have to be huge, but it does need to be able to hold 8 cups of liquid. And so you don't want to get the really small one. You definitely want to use your bigger stock pot. I'm using my Caraway one. I have that linked in my store as well. I love these. They're holding up really great for me so far. And so if you're needing a new one, there you go. You can get the link in the description, but any of your pots will work just great. Now also for this recipe, we are using boneless, skinless chicken breasts. But honestly, you can switch out the chicken with anything. You can do chicken thighs, you can even do bone in, and you'll just have to pull off the meat off the bone. Or you can even do pre-shredded chicken and make this recipe in less than 30 minutes. And make sure that if you're interested in that, stay tuned to the end of the video and I'll tell you how. Once you have them in half, then you're gonna cut them in half lengthwise again. Then keep them together. I'm going to turn them, and then you're just going to run your knife through them and you'll have these beautifully little chopped pieces. Now they can be bigger if you'd like. I just like mine to be a little bit smaller because I want them to fit perfectly on my spoon so I get carrots with every bite. The first thing you're going to need is some carrots. I like to use regular whole carrots, not baby carrots, just because I like the flavor. You want to peel them, but honestly, you can skip the peeling if you want to because there's actually a lot of goodness. Honestly, I might just skip the peeling. I'm just going to peel this first one and not the rest because we're going to chop these up small. So just leave it on there. Okay, so I got one peeled just to show you. Let me clean up. Then we're going to dice these up small. So how I do that, I cut off the ends. And I am going to cut these in half just to make it easier to handle and cut them in half again. This way you can lay them flat and you have beautiful half pieces. After all the carrots are chopped, then you're going to want to chop up your celery. Now, people do things differently, but I really love when I chop up my celery, instead of just slicing them like this, especially for soups, I like to cut them in half again. Again, making them a little bit more bite-sized so you get a little bit of celery in every bite and you don't get that stringy texture that sometimes you can get if you just cut them straight across. So just like we did with our carrots, we're going to cut them lengthwise first. So for lengthwise, we just cut it straight down. If it's a really big, you can actually go down it twice, then take them together and then just run your knife through them. And you'll have these beautiful little chopped pieces. And again, if you prefer your chicken noodle soup to be bigger, you can make yours bigger. It'll all taste the same. I just like to make them spoon-sized since it's a soup. But that's just my personal preference. In a large stock pot, add 3 boneless, skinless chicken breasts. Pour in the celery that you've chopped. And the carrots that you've chopped. Add a 1/4 teaspoon of thyme. Add a 1/2 teaspoon of salt and a 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. Add in a teaspoon of minced garlic and 2 bay leaves. Stir to combine, and we're going to turn the heat on and bring it to a boil. Once it's come to a boil, go ahead and turn it down lower and add the lid and let it simmer until the chicken is cooked through. Now the best way, you just want to check your chicken with a fork and see how it's starting to peel off. You know that it's ready. So we're going to remove this chicken and shred it. While you're shredding the chicken, go ahead and stir in your dry egg noodles so that way they can start to cook. I'm just going to do a quick stir. This is also a great time, if you see your water is pretty low, go ahead and add more liquid. I'm going to go ahead and add 2 cups of water before I add it in, and that way it will, all the flavors will still combine while I'm shredding the chicken. Just take 2 forks so you can shred your chicken. Once it's shredded, we're going to add it back into the pot. Quickly remove the 2 bay leaves before adding the chicken in because it makes it easier to find them. I'm gonna try to get rid of some of those vegetables and grab it, kind of shake out the vegetables. Then stir your cooked chicken right back in. Grab a spoon and stir to combine. Now you're just going to cook this until those noodles are cooked through, but honestly, they already look about done. It smells so good. I don't know why I sang it. That's how easy it is, guys. It's super easy. I mean, the hardest part is waiting for the chicken to cook through and the veggies to get soft. So we're going to talk about that. If you're feeling really lazy, you could throw this in the crock pot. We actually have a crock pot recipe for chicken noodle soup. It's slightly different. Ooh, my bowl's getting hot. I just want a little bit more liquid. Oh, she looks so good. And you can make it in the crock pot. If you want to do it in a fast version, you can also do like shredded cooked chicken. And what we do is we recommend you saute the vegetables first to get them nice and soft. Then you're going to throw in your cooked chicken, add the broth, add your seasonings, and let it simmer for about 15 minutes. So the vegetables can get nice and soft, but remember you already sauteed them to start it. So then you can actually get this done in about 20 minutes. If you're wanting to use like leftover chicken or like if you want to use a rotisserie chicken, that way it doesn't matter whether you're using fresh chicken or rotisserie chicken or leftover chicken, you can still have the soup ready done fast. No excuses. Ooh, so good. What to serve with this? Okay, it's super simple. You can make like just a simple side salad, or you can do fresh rolls or garlic bread, or even like a grilled cheese. Everybody loves not tomato soup. Well, they do love tomato soup, but also chicken noodle soup and grilled cheeses. Now, one other thing I want to talk about is we actually have a post on how to freeze soup. If you want to make your life even easier, you'll take your leftovers and you can freeze them. Now, I have a special way that you freeze them that'll make it so easy that you can just pop it in the microwave and you'll have fresh soup anytime you want, straight from the freezer. So make sure you check out that link. I have that in the description for you as well. Or you can just go to eatingonadime.com and search how to freeze soup. I have to have it by, I can't wait any longer. The flavor is so good, way better than what you can get out of a can, and you're gonna love this than what you can get at a restaurant. So if you love your favorite restaurant's chicken noodle soup, make this and you'll be impressed. If you like today's recipe, please like and subscribe. I don't want you to miss any more of our family-friendly recipes because we are on a roll with sharing some of our favorite easy and budget-friendly recipes for you. Grab the full recipe in the link in the description below, or remember, you can just go to Google and search Eating on a Dime chicken noodle soup, and this recipe will pull right up. I will see you next time in my kitchen. Bye, friends.